welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be testing out, kind of reviewing the new Fenty beauty concealers. And they just came out January 11th, so I'm going to be testing these out, seeing how I like them. So yeah, this is the finished outcome of how it came out. So if you want to see how these puppies work, then just go ahead and keep watching. And if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and also hit that subscribe button as well too, and that notification bell as well too, because right now I'm posting at random times. So yeah, if you want to see how the concealers work, then just go ahead and keep watching. Alright, so I'm gonna get you guys all close and personal in my face. So the moment you've all been waiting for, maybe, I don't really know, but I picked up two of the concealers. I got the shade 260 and 255. The way that she made the concealers was to match the foundations, basically, but in the foundation shade, I'm 270, and I just felt like the 270 one wasn't something that I just didn't like the color contrast of it and just how it looked on my skin. So I got the 260 instead. So I went down one. So I know some people have been kind of doing that. They like stay within the range, either go up or down one, depending on what their foundation shade is. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start with priming my face with the Fenty primer. And then I will go in and the reason why I got two concealers was the 255 one. I watched another video and they said that basically this one kind of has more of like a peachy undertone in it. So that's going to help with my dark circles and the redness that's around my eyes. So we'll see if that kind of cancels it out. I'm also going to use the 255 as a primer for my eyes, and I already did my eyebrows off camera, so I don't need to do that. And then after that, I'm mainly going to just focus on the concealers because these are what just recently came out. She also had the loose like powders, but I didn't get those just because I really don't like to wear powders because my skin is more on the dry side, really dry side, and I just got it back to a good place where I don't have to depend on so much hydration and moisturizers. So I just like to stray away from any powders on my face when I am wearing makeup, just because my skin is just really like dry, like I said. So I'm not going to be doing any of those. So it's mainly just going to be focusing on the concealers, seeing how they blend, how they go on, and seeing if they crease, and we'll go from there. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get started with the primer. Putting on like about a pump and a half, and then if I need more, we'll go from there. Usually I don't really wear primers, but when I do, I like to focus it a lot on my under eyes, and then my T-zone, and then my cheek area, just because that's where I'm a little more dry, and this primer is a little bit hydrating, so it's not that silicone feel where it is more mattifying and like kind of like plucks out your pores. This one's just more hydrating, which I also really like. And yeah, I have had the primer and the foundation, and then like the contouring and all that good stuff from last year when everything first came out. So all I really had to pick up was the concealers. Of course, I picked up another one of her sponges, and then I have the other shade. I don't know what it's called or where it's at, but I picked up this one as well too, so we're gonna incorporate that in the look. And I didn't really feel the need to get her newest eyeshadow palette, so I'm just going to be using the original one that she first came out with last year. And I also just last year when like this was like such a big like hit, the Trophy Wife highlighter, I kind of missed that, and I was like a late comer, so I never got it. And so when I was there getting concealers and I saw it, I was like, why not? So I just went ahead and got it. That's what it looks like. Super blinding. Okay, so I usually do my eyeshadow and then my foundation, but I'm thinking just to kind of get the whole concealers out of the way, I'm just gonna do those first. So I'm gonna do my foundation first as well too, and then I will go off camera and then do the rest of my makeup. Oh, I also forgot to mention that I'm gonna be using her eyeliner as well too. So it's gonna be like a full face of Fenty Beauty, so you're in for a treat. Okay, so let's go ahead and start off with 255. This is what it looks like. It's just really small, and I like how it like literally matches the foundation. It's like a little baby. And if you guys didn't know, this concealer is called Pro Filt'r, and it has this little applicator, almost like a lip applicator. So fantastic. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on under my eyes, and then on my eyelids I'm gonna go in with the beauty sponge and kind of just blend out my under eyes. Also, I do have eyelash extensions, so they are looking kind of funky. I need to get a refill, so I'm not going to be putting on any mascara or false lashes. I usually don't wear mascara when I have eyelash extensions. So, okay, so can you see the difference already? So I'm not really sure if I want to judge it yet because my under eyes are naturally dry, like I said. So I'm gonna wait a little bit until I put on the foundation and see how it goes. And I don't have any per brushes, so I'm gonna be using this Morphe M421 brush to just blend out my eyelid really quickly. So you guys saw that I had it on my eyelid for a while and it's still blending really well. It's not like it didn't dry out or get stiff, so it's still moving and it's pretty flexible still. So yeah, it seems to be blending out pretty well. Like you can leave it for like a good amount of time and it won't like dry out. You can see the difference. Looks like my skin matches now more, so I really like this color actually a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and use some of that on some of my blemishes that I have, like some red spots. Literally like connect the dots, like I have one here, and then one here. So I'm just gonna put like a little bit on each of those areas. And buff that in a little bit. Alright, and then I'm gonna go in and do the other eye really quickly. I really like this color. What if I just do my whole face with this concealer instead of the foundation? Okay, yeah, so far what I've concluded is my under eyes will always be super dry. Doesn't matter how much I moisturize them. So I would say that if you have more of oily skin, that this is gonna go on really flawlessly on your under eyes. If you're someone that has more drier skin like I do, just be aware that it is gonna be more drying, it's gonna kind of crease a little bit. So my suggestion would be to maybe go in with like a oil. I usually do like argan oil, so maybe I'll just kind of incorporate that in next time, and I'll get back to you guys and see how that works out for me. I'm gonna use the rest of what's on the brush to just cover up any extra little blemishes and red areas. I think it looks really pretty. I don't think the concealers are the same as the foundation though. These are a little bit more true to color, I would say, maybe, because I know that the foundations do oxidize, so the color isn't necessarily going to be what you think it is until it completely finishes drying. So I don't really think it's something to worry about. That's so pretty. Okay, so let's go in next with the foundation. I'm gonna do that off camera really quickly, and then I will come back and use the 260 concealer for my under eyes to conceal and highlight, and then I will go in and do the rest of my makeup, and I will let you guys know what I think of the concealers. And I have a little bit more of a darker complexion, not super dark, so I just wanted to give you another reference for skin types and colors and let you know what I think. Alright, so I'm gonna go and do my foundation. Alright, so I have my foundation on, so now I'm gonna go in with the shade 260 under my eyes to highlight and see how it blends out into the skin. So update on my under eyes, it seems to, obviously I still have creasing, which is normal, like it's gonna happen regardless. There's like nothing that's not ever gonna do creasing, but as soon as I put on the foundation, it kind of made the dryness go away. So I kind of maybe added some more moisture when I put on the foundation, which is a little odd because I know that this is kind of like a soft matte foundation. So I don't know. This is honestly the only like matte foundation that I have ever really liked in my entire life because, like I said, I have dry skin, so I tend to lean more towards moisturizing foundations, and I have to really moisturize my skin, but my skin seems to be doing really well right now. If you're interested in purchasing the foundation and want to know what it's like, it's something that's going to be good for both dry skin and oily skin, so I would definitely recommend it because it's a very light matte. Okay, so I'm just going to start off with a very little bit. I'm not a big like concealer fan because of the whole under eye situation, like I was saying, so I'm not gonna like do too much craziness. I'm gonna start with my under eyes first, just because like I know that it didn't dry quickly when I was on my eyes, but when it's applied on top of foundation, I don't really know. So I'm gonna go in with the Beauty Blender and kind of just pat that in and see how it does as far as coverage and setting into the skin. Alright, so this is how it looks when it's set under your eyes. So it's very like smooth, and like I said, I naturally have dry under eyes, so if I didn't, I feel like it would be even more pretty. That's another reason why I usually don't wear under eye concealers, because of that reason, and I don't really like it. But I'm not really seeing much creasing, and I'm not seeing much creasing either on my eyelids either. So it looks really pretty, and it's not super cakey. It's got a good amount of coverage on it. So I think it's pretty. So I'm gonna go in and just highlight my nose and my forehead and my chin a little bit and see how that works. I really don't think you need a lot either, because it's not super thick, but I feel like a little goes a long way, so I'll say that. Because even when I put it under my under eyes, I don't even think I needed that much. It doesn't seem to be like budging, or like it doesn't seem to be moving the foundation, which is good. So it's just kind of just laying on top of the foundation. Yeah, I feel like it's something really pretty. It's definitely something that's kind of more for like a full glam, because it has a good amount of coverage. And as far as like an everyday kind of just like touching up, if you're someone that has similar skin tone as me, I would say definitely to get the 255 and kind of just use it as like to just cover up any blemishes, and like kind of like a grab and go when you don't have much time to get ready. And you saw how beautiful it looked when it kind of just blended in with my skin. So that's something that I would recommend to get, is a 255. And then if you're like I said, someone that has my similar skin tone, then the 260 seems to be working really good. It's not like super bright, it's the right color to give you enough highlight and brighten up your under eyes. So I really like it. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup off camera so I don't bore you guys with that, and then I will come back and give you some more feedback and what I think about the concealer, and it'll give me some time to see how I really like it under my eyes, and more time for it to settle and set on my under eyes as well too. So I will be right back. Alright guys, so I went ahead and finished the rest of my face. I did the contour and then a little bit of highlight, and then I put on my lips, and then a little bit of eyeliner and the eyeshadow. And I will link all of that down in the description box, everything that I used. So I just want to go back and just touch base with these a little bit. So as far as my under eyes, I feel like personally I'm not going to judge them harshly, because like I said, my under eyes are naturally dry. And from what I'm noticing, there really wouldn't be that much creasing if I had hydrated a little bit more, but I didn't, because I kind of wanted to see how it worked for dry skin. So my suggestion for those who do have drier skin is to definitely hydrate your skin. And the best way that I've learned is to use just like any argan oils. I know like Freestyle oils are really good as well too. Just any oil that's going to give you some extra hydration without like making your skin overly like dewy and oily, I guess. But for the most part, if you have dry skin, then you won't really have like oily skin. So overall, I really like these concealers. I really like the 255 in that it was able to cover up my redness and my darkness. I really like that it was able to do that. It is kind of similar to me to the LA Girl one that I used to kind of cancel out that redness, and so I like that it was able to cancel that out. It has like that peach undertone in it, so if you're someone that has like kind of similar under eye darkness and on your eyelid as well too, I would definitely recommend that for you. I feel like it would work with a good amount of different skin tones, definitely more on the darker side. Usually people that have a little bit darker skin kind of have that darkness and redness under their eyes, so that's something that's going to be really, really good and helpful. And then the other one that I use to kind of highlight my under eyes was the 260. So if you are someone that kind of has similar skin, like a similar skin tone as me, then I would say that this is really, really good. Definitely go in and do some swatches. I swatched about 4 or 5 different ones before I finally went ahead and, no, I don't even, I'm talking, though, I swatched about 2 other ones, I believe. It was like the 270, and then I believe maybe the one that was below the 260, and so the 260 was kind of like right in the middle, and I kind of blended it into my hand and it kind of just disappeared, so I was like, okay, this is a good color. So that is gonna be something that's gonna be a little bit more true to your color, I feel like, as opposed to the foundation where it kind of oxidizes. So definitely if you have the foundation, I would say either go a shade, let me see, what is this one again? Yeah, I would say maybe go a shade lighter, or lower, I guess, not lighter, to what you have, and then test that out, and then also test out the same color as the foundation. Usually when you're highlighting your under eyes, you're gonna want to go a shade lighter than what your skin is. So check those out. And like I said, as far as creasing, it's not really that bad. It's not something that's going to bother me personally. I just really like it. It kind of, maybe even if I blended it in more a little bit, it would probably kind of go away. And also if I set it with some setting powder, but like I said, I'm not one that likes to use setting powder because it gives my dry skin more, like, you can just see the dryness in my skin more, so I don't really use setting powders that often unless I really want that chiseled baked look, but I wasn't going for that today, so I kind of just wanted to see how the concealers worked on their own. So yeah, that is my final opinion. I know that I am fairly new to YouTube, so take my opinion with a grain of salt. So obviously if you've tried it, I would love to hear how you liked it down below in the comments. If you haven't, I would definitely go in and just kind of swatch it, maybe get some and kind of put it on your under eyes as well too, and see how you like it. But definitely number one thing I would say is people that have dry skin, definitely hydrate your under eyes. People that have more oily skin, you're gonna be good and set, and I feel like it's gonna be really flawless on your skin. So yeah, that is my final opinion. They are definitely something to definitely try and test out for yourself. The foundation, I love the foundation, and like I said, I'm not one for matte foundations because of my dry skin, and these ones are kind of really creamy and not extremely heavyweight, but they're kind of like on the medium to full coverage range, so it's definitely something that's going to go on your skin nice and smooth. So yeah. Alright, so I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video and that you kind of got a feel for the concealers if you're iffy about wanting to try them or not. And if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and really like this video, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell, because right now I'm going to be posting at random times. I want to try to post at least once a week, so we'll see. But yes, I really hope that you guys did enjoy this video, and leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think of the concealer, any future suggestions as far as videos, and yeah. Until next time, I hope that you guys have a great rest of your week, and hopefully I will be posting a video very soon. I have a few ideas, so we'll see. And yeah, so you guys have a great rest of your week. Bye bye. Until next time, I hope you guys have a great rest of your. And yeah, so this is finished look of the look